นั้นเล็กอะเจ๊จึงเป็นด้วยสนามเลย
You just got wrecked.
Oh! He needs some milk.
How many bitcoins does it take to get some goddamn respect in this town?
What's going on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of Crypto Zombie. So today is Wednesday. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you are having a great week so far. You should be having a great month so far. Bitcoin is up 20% since the beginning of the year. My goodness. And I know we can probably all relate to the intro today. Shout out to Little Moon Lambo. But for everyone that's been dollar cost averaging, hodling, I have such a strong feeling that 2020 is finally going to be that year to pay off. And I woke up this morning extremely bullish, and I'm going to tell you why. You're definitely going to want to stick around for this. We're going to keep it super short, and I think you're going to really enjoy this video today. So, guys, if that sounds good to you, you know what to do, and if you're not subscribed, well, what are you waiting for? We do this every single day, and yes, we do give away the Ledger Nano S every single Monday to one lucky winner. Just drop a comment below. Now, you can see right now, we just sort of keep bouncing between the 8.4K to 8.8K level, ultimately just finding ourselves back pretty much right on this VPVR at around $8,642, sitting below it as I'm making this video. Now, I do want to talk super quick about what's going on in the markets. We do have Bitcoin dominance sitting around 65.7%. We have Golem absolutely skyrocketing today. Haven't really heard much from Golem, but wow, 30%. We have Swipe, Komodo, MadeSafe, Synthetics, Hedge, Nem, Monacoin, and Nervos Network. Now, super quick into the charts, and then I want to get into some news today. So we do notice that we are sort of bouncing around this VPVR. The fact that we haven't taken a massive dump after basically this, just continued downwards trend that we've had since the peak of June of last year is actually pretty bullish in my opinion. Not to say that we couldn't retest some of these lower levels. You could see essentially right here, we did fall out of the ascending wedge that we were forming, but we were supported by the 8.4K level. Now, obviously, if we do fall below this, you can see there are some other levels here. We could get, stomped out by the $8,000 level, maybe go down to 7.6, but I don't really want to be a bear today, guys. We could go lower. It's possible, but I really want to talk about where Bitcoin is headed this year and in the future. Now, you can see right here, short term, however, we are getting kind of close to the end of this wedge. Now, I'm looking at it while I'm making this video. There's a potential that we could drop and retest the 8.4K. However, if we do break out of this, well, obviously we're going to probably retest the 8.8K level, right? The one thing I want to mention is we did close the CME futures gap. And not only did we close it, we literally closed it exactly on the dollar amount, $8,865. So for people that say the CME gap is just a meme and it doesn't work, how do you explain that, guys? I don't know why it works, but it does. Awesome to trade these, by the way, if you guys are trading the CME futures gaps. So super quick, just to recap yesterday's video, we were talking about potentially crossing over into bullish territory on the MACD. And well, would you look at what we're doing right now, guys? It does look like we're currently trying to push into the green zone. So I'm not going to get too excited just yet. We do need confirmation. However, this does look pretty good for Bitcoin, right? I do want to talk about one other thing that looks pretty good for Bitcoin, which is the fact that we did have this golden cross on the weekly. We spoke about this several weeks ago, and you could see that the 50 moving average did move above the 100, and currently we have been supported by that. We have not even actually come close to falling below it. And you guys, I don't have to tell you what happened the last time we had a golden cross on the weekly. Well, yeah, we went on the massive rally of 2017. So will history repeat itself? Well, not necessarily, but thus far we are maintaining above it. And also having a look at our chart, we are still maintaining above this green trend line, which, if we were to fall down to the bottom of that today, that would be around 8.3K. And honestly, that would still be bullish in my opinion for Bitcoin. Now, could we fall a lot lower? Yes. I mean, we could fall all the way down to this trend that we started back on December 18th, which in that case would put Bitcoin all the way back down to the 7.3K, 7.2K level. But no need to get bearish just yet, guys. We're still actually very healthily above this level, right? So that's super quick analysis, but I really have a lot of news I want to talk about today, specifically some really bullish things that came out. Before I get into it though, for anybody, if you are trading, I just want to mention that ByBit is doing a $300 bonus giveaway. Now, this is for deposits of 1 Bitcoin or more. Obviously, it's not worth it if you're just going to try to get the $300. If you are trading on some of these other platforms and you are a professional, professional trader or you're experienced and you're looking for that, sure, this could be an opportunity for you. I do have a link below if you're interested. And also keep in mind that you can use 3 commas bots now to do automated trading if you're looking to do that in conjunction with ByBit. They've actually connected that as well. So all that's going to be in the description below. But really what I want to talk about, we're going to start off with this video. You've probably seen this. This is Ray Dalio, and he's talking essentially about cash is trash, right? That's what he was saying. And this is over on CNBC, and they asked him his thoughts on Bitcoin. I just want to play what he said super quick, and this is going to be the jump off point for the rest of the video. So check this out, 30-second clip, and then we're going to move on.
If you want to buy gold, you buy Bitcoin?
No, here's, there are 2 purposes of money, a medium of exchange and a storehold of wealth. And Bitcoin is not effective in either of those cases now.
Store of wealth?
Store of, no, because first
Potentially.
of all, it's too volatile. Because of the volatility, you can't go next to it. Someday when it, I would say Libra or something which has more stable value, has got more potential. But also, who's going to do the buying? Central bankers.
So I don't think we need to play any more of this video, but there are the 2 key takeaways. Number 1 being that Ray believes that Libra could potentially be a better alternative to Bitcoin. Well, he does start the interview out by saying that cash is trash, essentially fiat. Now, we do know that Libra is pegged to a basket of fiat currencies. So by default, would that not make Libra trash as well? So there might be some misunderstanding there. Now, I don't want to diss on, Ray. He's a multi-billionaire. I'm sure, he knows what he's talking about, although he might not be necessarily educated 100% in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, which I do think is a problem. Number 2, though, I want to talk about Bitcoin specifically being a terrible means of exchange and a horrible store of value because of its extreme volatility, right? That was his second point. Well, I mean, we could go back to this chart that we've looked at all the time, all of the money in the world. You could see cryptocurrency is just this little tiny blip. I mean, look at the biggest companies, 50 richest people, Fed's balance sheet, currency, gold, stock markets, global money supply, global debt, real estate. You want to talk about derivatives? Forget about that, guys. So yeah, when we're talking about cryptocurrency, it is very early. It is very volatile, but we do know that as the market cap grows, it will begin to stabilize over time. That's number 1. I also want to point out the fact super quick before I continue on this, that as of January 14th, there were 784,000 addresses holding 1 or more Bitcoin, okay? Now that's showing that hodlers are accumulating, and this is up 11% since a year ago, according to Glassnode, and the number has more than doubled since early 2015. So basically, according to Connor, I can't say his last name, Abenstein, crypto research analyst, he says that the steady rise is a result of accumulation by retail buyers. This is showing that the retail buyers are extremely interested in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, but getting on the topic that I know a lot of people are already going to bring up about the transaction speed, right? About how, Bitcoin is too slow. How's it ever going to compete with something like Visa? You are comparing apples to oranges when you're comparing things like cryptocurrencies to Visa. Visa is a settlement layer. It's centralized. No transaction actually takes place when you swipe your credit card. All it is, or your debit card, all it is an IOU, right? It basically just says, oh, well, K-Dub, he has the money in his bank account, and yeah, he's good for it. And then what do these companies do? They don't batch out the transactions until the next day. If any of you have worked in retail, you know this. You don't get that money in the bank account instantly. People complain that Bitcoin's too slow. Yeah, it could take up to 10 minutes, but in that 10 minutes, you actually physically have the Bitcoin in your wallet. It's not an IOU system, right? So it is a little delusional sometimes when you're trying to explain these to people, because really what you're looking at is you have Bitcoin as the base layer, right? And then on top of it, you have things like Lightning Network, which are the secondary layers. Now, if you want to look at gold, right, you have the same thing. Cash, right, used to represent gold when we were on the gold standard. We're not anymore. So you had the gold, then you had the cash, and then what did you have? You had things like checks, right, or credit cards. And then if you want to go a step further, now you can take those credit cards, connect them to things like PayPal, connect them to Venmo. So we're at like what, layer number 5, 6, 7 here? So you cannot compare apples to oranges when talking about Visa to Bitcoin, but here's the kicker. Square Crypto is focusing on Lightning, and this is a tweet from the CEO of Twitter himself. You can see Square Crypto says, we've got the team, we've got the mission, we've got hit or miss tweets, and now it's time to talk about what we're building. Introducing the Lightning Development Kit, or LDK. This is massive, guys. I don't think you realize how big this is. I did tweet this out on my Twitter last night. This came out 16 hours ago, and you can see that this new kit is going to include an API, language tools, demo apps, and other features to help developers integrate support for Lightning payments into their own wallets. So existing Bitcoin wallets will be able to support Lightning through the new kit, rather than requiring companies to build a separate wallet. So this essentially could be the beginning of the foundation of that ultimate next layer that we're looking for, that settlement layer, right? We already have that in Bitcoin, but those secondary layers, right? Like those bank accounts, those credit cards, those PayPals, those Venmos, those are all higher layers, and that is what's going to actually help bring Bitcoin to the masses. So this is one of the reasons why I woke up feeling extremely bullish today. And I have to also mention this tweet that I saw from Carl from the Moon. This actually came out this morning. He said, massive news. The Fed just printed over 91 billion in temporary money. If this is, or if there is no financial crisis right now, why are central banks acting like there is one, right? And the thing is when does it end? When does the Fed stop printing? I mean, yeah, the stock market's just going up and up and up and up and up. Yes, it's going to be going up in fiat value. You could probably jump on a stock right now and ride it up even higher. But the thing is that going to outpace things like precious metals, things like Bitcoin? I highly, highly doubt it. I highly doubt it, guys. And the question is, when does this end? Well, I don't have that answer, but I do know that when it does, it's not going to be pretty, guys. It's not going to be pretty, and you're going to want to find yourself in some hard assets like gold and digital gold 2.0, Bitcoin, right? Also, other great news. We're seeing after a stressful Supreme Court hearing, we find out that India actually has come out and said that Bitcoin and crypto assets are not illegal. The Reserve Bank of India, the country's central bank, also stated that it did not place restrictions on Bitcoin or other digital currencies. You can see right here from this article that was pointed out, this year, regulators in India will loosen capital controls somewhat, allowing citizens to move up to $250,000 annually outside the country. This relatively small sum may allow Indians to invest in Bitcoin and crypto throughout third-party exchanges. So I think the world is slowly waking up, guys. It is, the thing is everybody wants technology to go from 0 to 100, right? But you got to think about, Apple came out in the 80s, right? Think about how long it takes for these type of, companies or in the case of cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, to actually gain adoption. Lots of skepticism in the beginning, right? Lots of people don't believe in these things. And guys, let's be real too. I got to point out, speaking of Apple, they dropped plans to let the iPhone users fully encrypt backups of their devices in their iCloud service after the FBI complained that the move would harm investigations. Now, this is 6 sources familiar with the matters. They told Reuters this. So I really do believe that in the end, guys, Bitcoin does give the power back to the individual. No, it's not 100% private. It is pseudo-anonymous, right? But it allows you to be your own bank, and it is a hedge against this global financial economic crisis that is inevitable. It is inevitable. It is inevitable. Inflation. You're guaranteed to lose 2 to 3% annually, right? So I just wanted to share all that with you guys. And also look at this, just more adoption. Somebody says a spa that I'm following a massage course. We zoom in right here. And look, they accept Bitcoin, Ether, XRP, and Tether. So I think that 2020 is going to be a massively amazing year for Bitcoin. I mean, if Square goes through with these Lightning developments and we finally get a working Lightning network that is really up to the expectations of the general public, that's easy to use, has a nice interface that your grandma would be comfortable using, right? Guys, this could be it. This could be the year for crypto. So let me know what you think. Maybe I'm overly bullish. Maybe I'm delusional, guys, but I've been making videos for 2 years now on cryptocurrency, and I've been in the markets even longer. And I got to tell you, it's just, I got a feeling. I got a feeling, guys. So short-term price action, who cares about that? Buy the dip, guys. So not financial advice, of course. That being said, let me know. Drop a like. Share this video with somebody if you want. Having a look at Bitcoin, bouncing around the same 8.6K level. So guys, DCA, dollar cost average, man. Can't go wrong with that. That being said, like I said, if you are interested, you can click the links below. If you are trading, you can get up to an extra $300. And I do recommend 3 commas for trading altcoins, Bitcoin, and it does work with, these derivatives exchanges as well. But that's it for me, guys. I really hope that you're as excited as I am. Thank you so much for all of your continued support. You guys are really the reason that I do this every single day. You really give me like life and make it just such a pleasure to come on here and talk about cryptocurrency and blockchain technology and really just the future of finance in general. So thank you so much. Give yourself a pat on the back. You rock. For everyone that's been dollar cost averaging, Got a good feeling, guys. So that is it for me today. My name is K-Dub. This This is Crypto Zombie. Until next time, stay crypto and peace out.